Threading the Baby Lock Sashiko is unlike threading any other machine you've probably ever threaded before. There are some similarities, but it's important to pay close attention so that you're successful the first time you begin stitching on it. All right, first of all, you need to know that the Baby Lock Sashiko actually sews with one thread, and it is located in the bobbin, okay? The needle of the Sashiko is actually a hook that picks up the thread and loops it around. So all we're dealing with thread-wise is a bobbin. In order to access the bobbin door, it's really important before you open this side door here that you get the machine into the loading position. How is that done? Well, we take our finger and we press and hold the front button of the Sashiko until we get the green light next to the bobbin graphic here. You'll probably have some thread in your needle up here, a little bit of a loop. That's okay. But once we have the green light, we're okay to open the bobbin door. We can actually move the latch on the bobbin case and take the bobbin out. So now we have an empty bobbin case and we're ready to thread the bobbin into it. So when the bobbin case is in the machine, it's oriented like this. You've got these two little eyelets down near the bottom, and then you have this little mohawk guy on top here. Okay, so this is the outside of the bobbin case, and this is the inside where the bobbin goes. When you go to thread your bobbin, you want it to look like this. It looks like a 9, not a P. It looks like a 9. Okay, so we just drop the bobbin into the bobbin case. I'm going to turn it sideways here. We bring the thread around through that slit and underneath the bobbin spring. When I turn my bobbin, it should be turning clockwise. And then we get the end of our thread here, and we thread it through the eyelets from the inside to the outside. And this is what your bobbin case should look like from the side. Thread coming out toward the outside there. And then we want to get about 10 inches of slack here. Now we have our bobbin door open, and now we're ready to insert the bobbin into the hook system in the machine. So take a look at this hook system. Do you see the yellow dot down here at the bottom? Okay. The little eyelets on the bobbin case are going to go right to the left of that. So I have my latch out on my bobbin case so that my bobbin doesn't fall out. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the machine, and my bobbin case is clicked in, and those eyelets are right to the left of that yellow dot. There's just a little bit of play in the bobbin case, but it doesn't spin all the way around or anything like that. And we have our 10 inches or more of thread out to the side. We've still got our bobbin door open. Leave it open. Okay, next we're going to bring the bobbin thread to the top. This is one of the only times you use your hand wheel when using the Sashiko. So step 1, bringing the thread to the top. I'm going to leave my 10 inches or more of thread loose here and turn my hand wheel toward me until I see thread. The needle has cleared the throat plate, and there is thread above the presser foot. At this point, I can raise my presser foot, take my scissors or my tweezers, swipe under the presser foot, and get that thread out so it's above the feed dogs but below the presser foot. And at this point, I'm holding onto my thread tight here, and I'm going to turn my hand wheel toward me again until I see this little thread take-up lever kick out. So right here, I've got thread nice and taut there, and I'm keeping my thread taut with my other hand. Take my right hand, going to close the door, and use the thread cutter over here to cut my thread. And now the Sashiko has been threaded, and you're ready to sew once you get some fabric underneath your needle. Remember, the Sashiko doesn't like to sew in the air, so always put fabric under your needle before you begin sewing. And we're stitching successfully on our Sashiko machine. Now, if you're ready to stop stitching on your Sashiko, you need to make sure your needle's up out of the fabric with no thread there. Raise your presser foot, take your fabric out to the side, and always use the thread cutter on the side of the machine. This is really important to keep tension here, just like when we threaded for when you begin stitching again. So if you think you need a longer tail than your thread cutter will allow, hold that thread out to the side for yourself, or if you're hopping over appliques or any other kind of stitching, make sure there's tension on the thread when you begin sewing. I'll often take a couple stitches, I'll stop, and I'll release my thread from the thread guide so that I don't have my project curling around back behind me, and then I'll just begin stitching. Check out our other videos on the Sashiko and learn how to be successful on this wonderful machine.